NGOs, aid agencies and refugee crisis organisations. So I'm trying to give you a scope now of the kind of movement that this force is. UNESCO website lists 399 NGOs across the globe, some of them international in scale. Just two of these, Amnesty has over 7 million supporters and members, making up 52 sections operating in 74 countries. International Red Cross and Red Crescent societies help people indiscriminately of race, belief, status, circumstance, from war zones to Monaco. They have selfless volunteers in turn helping overwhelming numbers of people in 195 out of the 223 countries that make up the globe. Amazing. The US Peace Corps has sent volunteers to 135 countries, and we're familiar with the numerous UN organisations working at peacekeeping, human rights, poverty relief, international justice, etc. Lesser known are the thousands of smaller initiatives. The Findon Foundation is an NGO associated with the United Nations Department of Public Information and is co-founder of the Global Eco-Village Network and Holistic Centres Network. We work in co-creation with the intelligence of nature and inspired action towards our vision of a better world. We share our learning and way of life in experiential workshops, conferences and events that take place within a thriving community and eco-village. Environmental conservation, climate change, green economy campaigners. Global Eco-Village Network, GEN, builds bridges between policymakers, governments, NGOs, academics, entrepreneurs, activists, community networks and ecologically minded individuals across the globe in order to develop strategies for a global transition to resilient communities and cultures. One of the most advanced in approach is the Venus Project, which regularly collaborates with advanced scientists, humanitarians and research academics. Jacques Fresco, Economics versus Socio-Cyberneering, discusses the difference between traditional economics and his concept of socio-cyberneering. This lecture includes a discussion of inflation, the limitations of traditional economics, the need for a systems approach for social management, and for computer technology to account for economic variables. Fresco presents ideas about how the transition might occur in the event of an economic collapse. Rising Tide is an international all-volunteer grassroots network of groups who promote community-based solutions to the climate crisis and take direct action to confront the root causes of climate change. Rising Tide was born out of the conviction that corporate-friendly solutions to climate change will not save us. Combating climate change is therefore not just a matter of carbon emissions, but of confronting the institutions that destroy communities, cultures, and the earth. The network now spans 4 continents, and it must be acknowledged there are more rapidly expanding networks to add to this. Ecosia, an eco-aware web search engine. This is amazing. It puts advertising profits towards planting trees, working with local schemes. The non-profit company says it has planted at least 60 million trees in 15 different countries. It runs its servers on solar energy, uses 80% of its profits for tree planting and reforestation. It can plant a tree every 0.8 seconds thanks to the rise in downloads of its search app. So just one search engine doing amazing stuff. Now, I'm going to give you a list here, but this is, in the book, we look at 648 global networks that are, part of this movement. And this is just one. The Green Economy Coalition, the world's largest multi-stakeholder network working on green economy, is committed to accelerating the transition to green and fair economy, unquote. Their network includes the following partners: Consumers International, International Institute for Environment and Development, World Wildlife Fund International, Biomimicry Institute, International Trade Union Confederation, International Institute for Sustainable Development, Global Reporting Initiative, International Union for Conservation of Nature, Ecologic Institute, Aldersgate Group, Green Economy Initiative, Development Alternatives Group, International Labour Organisation, SEED Initiative, World Business Council for Sustainable Development, Global Footprint Network, Ethical Markets Media, Caribbean National Resources Institute, the Natural Steppe Eco Union, ECODES, Forest Stewardship Council, Environmental Management for Livelihood Improvement, STEPS Centre, Global Sustainability Institute, Natural Capital Coalition, Institute of Chartered Accountants in England and Wales, HEVOS, Centre for Sustainability Studies, Trade and Industrial Policy Strategies, Smart Prosperity Institute, Catholic Aid Agency for England and Wales, Tier Fund, Global Infrastructure Basel, African Centre for a Green Economy, Innovation, Environment, a Development on Afrique, Advocates Coalition for Development and Environment, EPCRC, Finance Watch, Plan International UK, Oxfam, Centre for Understanding Sustainable Prosperity, Lebellier Institute for Global Change, FORP National International, the Equality Trust and TVE, Stockholm Environmental Institute and Christian Aid. So they're already doing all of this work that we need. They just need the empowerment. So next is charities and non-profit organisations. So what we're doing is building up this picture of reality, the parallel reality that can implement this parallel non-monetary economy. UK Charities Commission, regulating charities in England and Wales, by September 2018 had registered 168,186 organisations. Imagine how many members, supporters, contributors, benefactors and beneficiaries these alone amount to, from supporting stray cats to cancer research. Just a microcosm, if you like, of what individuals are taking on. Scrap Car Network is an easy way for drivers to get a great price for scrapping their car and support charities at the same time. We ensure that all cars we collect are disposed of ethically and in an environmentally friendly way. If we can resell your car or its parts, we will, but if the car's not in a saleable condition, we'll make sure it's fully recycled and won't cause any damage to the environment. In addition to getting a competitive price for your old car, Scrap Car Network helps to sustain Recycling Lives social welfare charity. The social welfare charity is helping to end homelessness by providing homeless men aged 25 and over with safe accommodation, work placements and training opportunities. As well as supporting the social welfare charity financially, Scrap Car Network helps residents directly by providing them with work placements and work experience opportunities. This helps residents increase their skills and enhances their employability. Another one, TerraCycle, which a lot of us know about, is another recent profitable circular economy that empowers those in need through regenerative beneficial process. The UK operation, run from an office in Perivale, London, opened in 2009 and reports to have recycled some 60 million individual pieces of garbage, while paying out, see this is what is possible, £774,000 to charitable causes. Yet on the 25th of April 2019, BBC News reported that soup kitchens in the UK had increased threefold, even in affluent areas like Chelsea. London. So many consider these organisations almost inert in comparison to the capitalist system. But it's hard to say that if you live in the areas where they operate. They're real and they have a massive effect. Also, some dismiss agencies like the UN as co-opted tools for capitalist corporations and politicians. But in realistic terms, they would not function without compromising with what is the predominant economic status quo, restricted and controlled by them. Imagine how all these agencies' activities could expand if they became non-dependent on money, especially if, for purely economic reasons, there was a non-confrontational way to link all of this effort and common interest. So the potential is way beyond what we can imagine.